Hey, it's you! Come on in and join us!
Yo, we're off to New York City today to celebrate with Pasteur Pharmacy and MacDuffs Soap Company!
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays...
we are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why? Come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to let you know about the launch party / mini meetup that's happening at Pasteur Pharmacy this Friday the 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Y'all, new releases and New York pizza. You could do a lot worse. If you are in the tri-state area, head on over and let us know what you find. Do a little reconnaissance on some new soaps for us because you can smell them all at Pasteur Pharmacy. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Little Caribbean, and there's a fun picture of MacDuff on the cover.
And we are such fans of everything Sean does up there. Let's meet the soap. All right, from the sales page at PasteurPharmacy.com.
In collaboration with MacDuff Soap Company, Urban Soul, Island Heart. Pasteur Pharmacy proudly presents Little Caribbean, a limited edition fragrance created in collaboration with MacDuff Soap Company to celebrate 5 years of our online service. This vibrant scent pays tribute to Brooklyn's Little Caribbean, capturing the rhythm, culture, and warmth of one of New York City's most colorful neighborhoods. Opening with a burst of tropical fruits, pineapple, coconut milk, and citrus, Little Caribbean evokes sun-drenched market stalls and Caribbean street life. A playful heart of strawberry and banana blossom is anchored by smooth vanilla bean and soft musk.
The scent finishes with a grounding blend, of cashmere, sandalwood, coriander, and cedarwood, adding depth and lasting warmth. Y'all, when I read Act 1 of this scent, I had no idea what Act 2 was going to hold. First of all, cashmere. Well, that could be anything.
Crafted with care by MacDuff Soap Company and exclusive to Pasteur Pharmacy, this release is a joyful layered tribute to culture, summer, and the soulful energy of NYC.
Well, I don't need to know anything else. Let's take this little beauty out of the box. Sean was surprised that we had this, so I'm guessing Leon was the one that sent it to us. Thank you, buddy. Pasteur Pharmacy sent us all of their anniversary releases, and we are so honored. Thank you so much for believing in our little show. And let's see what we've got.
This is a big box.
I know. That's more than just a set. Oh!
Wow, what's happening?
Yo, what is going on? Hold on. Oh, I heard about this. They sent us one of their towels a few weeks ago, but this is the upgraded version. Y'all, look, it's the new logo. Look how cool that is. One of our commenters was like, I adore my Pasteur towel, and now I see why. Super dense and luxurious, soft terry cloth. Absolutely the most absorbent towel I think I've got in my collection. Thank you, Pasteur, for sending these out. And what else is hiding in here? Oh, and a sample for y'all. This is a sample of the EDP of the Pasteur 5th anniversary collab they did with HCNC. And if you are in the live chat of this episode right now, a New York-related trivia question is popping up on the screen, and the first correct response will get this in the mail. It is an homage to Louis Vuitton's imagination, and it is beautiful. And this is what you have come to see today. Y'all, there's a little Scotty dog alone on the streets of New York City like Kevin McAllister. I think it's time we go find him and have a first impression. Everybody around here knows that you are Lainey's favorite, so I think you should open the MacDuffs first and tell me what you get. In fact, I'm going to drink some coffee so I don't get whisked of the tropical fruits. Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh, even in his little sunglasses, there's a reflection of the Caribbean too.
Look at that. That's detail. Y'all, I love that. I wonder if this is like the In the Heights neighborhood. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, let us know in the chats.
All right, take it in. See what you get.
Ooh, a little darker with the pour. I have to say, MacDuff's is known for their gourmandie scents, so as soon as I started reading any of those tropical things, I figured Sean would know what to do with that.
Sean can make a gourmand out of a library soap, and it's magic.
Okay, I'm going in.
Take it in. See what you get. I watch the eyes.
Okay, you need a long whiff to get the full whiff going on here.
What you get?
It definitely starts tropical and bright, and it's the fun, colorful sides of the fruits, but they coexist super well. Like, it's almost hard for me to pick out which fruits are in here,
Nice.
but I am for sure getting the tropical side.
Beautiful.
It's not quite pina colada, it's just the fruits, then how their magic is happening. And then my nose finds the coconut milk, but then the milk just kind of turns into this really creamy, gorgeous, light woodsy side. So the cashmere thing, all the woods that were listed, that's the exit of the whiff. And it kind of adds this little dapper kind of thing.
Right.
So it's super fun and colorful at the beginning. And it's almost like my inner kid is like, man, I want a sip of whatever that is. And then it goes into the tropical kind of creamy side with the coconut milk. And then those woods at the end just make me feel like I could be going anywhere in New York and I would still be welcome. It's not like it's too fruity, that you couldn't just go to your work meeting after or go to a Broadway show or a nice dinner. It has a nice vibe, but you got to take the full whiff because it's a journey. I'm not quite sure that I know what banana blossom smells like,
Right.
but we read that and I know that there's something floral in here, but it's not an in-your-face floral at all.
Right.
So I think it's kind of like when we smell an orange blossom. Like we get a little hint of the orange, but we mainly get the flower side.
Right.
I think that's kind of happening here. So your nose doesn't go banana sundae. Like, there's a banana in there,
Right.
but then it turns a little dapper. And I think that's how they're using the blossom to do that.
I love apple blossom. I love peach blossom.
These are some of the best sides of the fruits. I have no idea how it's happening, but, it's not the scratch and sniff
Right,
fruits.
right.
It's definitely Sean's fancy nose on anything that's gourmandy, but I know he spends a lot of time at the market, and he
Right,
must
right,
be
right.
by the stalls that have all the fresh fruit, because I feel like it's the prettiest version of the fruits. Like all of the brighter sides, when when you have the fruit laying all out in front of you,
Right.
your eye catches the one that's the prettiest. There's something about that the vibrancy that's used in each of these fruits here
Right.
are the best sides. It's starting to get warmer here, and I feel like this is a scent that you would want, like right on the cusp of spring entering
Right,
summer.
right.
As it's heating up, this has that vibe. I don't know if it's one that I would wear more like in winter, because I feel like I'd want to escape into the fun tropical sides,
Right.
or if we're going on a cruise or something, if I'd want to bring something like this, because it just turns up the fun.
We're thinking about going to the Caribbean for our honeymoon, Sean, and bringing the dog.
I really can't remember all the fruits that we read, but I do get the pineapple, I do get the banana, and there's some sort of a berry, maybe mango, but they're all best friends in this little tub right here.
Now, on behalf of the MacDuff faithful,
Okay.
I feel like I need to ask.
Yes.
What percentage are the beautiful fruity gourmands, and what percentage are those beautiful woods and spices that Sean balances them out with?
I want to say they're almost split perfectly.
I was not expecting
Yeah.
that. I thought the woods would be turned down.
There's just slightly, but I think what it is the coconut milk is kind of that tier in the middle.
Right.
So I get full whiff of the fruit side.
Right.
Then it goes a little creamy, and then the exit is more of that woodsy side. So maybe it's not exactly 50-50, but it's pretty darn close. I get a full whiff of both that are kind of dancing within this scent. I don't know, but I just feel like the music kind of hanging out. Like I got my, it's just the fun side of that. As soon as you hit anything Caribbean, what are those special drums where you hit on the side?
Yeah, the
That's an-
steel drums.
Yes,
the
like
steel
I can
pan
hear
drum.
that in my head.
Right.
I think people have to enjoy coconut to like this one, because
Gotcha.
it's sneaky how it's in here. But if you're not a fan, I think your nose might find that first.
Right.
I love it. It's like bringing my way in there, and then the fruits kind of just bounce back and forth. So it's funny, if I try to smell for one versus the other, my brain kind of fills in the blanks with the rest. Like
Right.
all three of these portions have to coexist. The fruit to the creamy, milky kind of coconut side, and then to, I think it's that cashmere thing with some other like sandalwoods or something, like lighter woods. But it's weird. When I take a whiff, I don't feel like I'm in the tropics or like it's hot.
Right.
I just feel the fun side coming through.
Sean, being a fellow Star Trek fan, I would love a Risa-inspired soap. What must that place smell like?
You ready to get your nose on this?
I so am. Pass it over. I feel like we should put it in like a coconut glass with a straw and an umbrella. All right, here we go. Taking it in.
Yeah, see? Long whiff.
Okay, look. Look at my face, y'all. It would have been one thing to balance out the fruits to the point where their sweets are a bit arrested and they're given a little bit more of a masculine quality. That's kind of what I was expecting. Y'all, this is almost like the anti-gourmand. for me, because when I took it in, the scents of the fruits were hiding a bit behind the woods, behind the spices, behind whatever face that Kashmiri is taking in this scent. And that is brilliant because we are building a cocktail collection in our cabinet. And they are also beautifully fruity and gourmandy forward. You know what drink you're holding when you smell El Cantinero. This is different. Y'all, when I got my first whiff of this, I don't think I even would have gone fruity gourmand. My brain went into other places. So where those woods, where those spices are meeting these fruits, whole new worlds are opening. Those woods are not there to balance out a fruity gourmand. They are there to give it a brand new personality, which Sean is so good at. Y'all, I am convinced Prairie Sky smells like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made by a Michelin star chef. And where the fruits and woods are coming together, there is almost something floral-y. Y'all, look at my face. This is not a cocktail soap for me. This is something way bigger. This is way zoomed out.
I think it's the banana blossom thing in the middle.
Oh, thank you. Again, we got 3 or 4 magnificent banana soaps. This is not that banana oil at all, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's being done way different, but it is absolutely banana. And my nose is kind of going all the way back to my infancy when we had Gros Michel bananas. Softer, gooier, sweeter, an entirely different genetic variety than the Cavendish. They were wiped off the face of the planet. I think 6 of them exist in Hubert Keller's greenhouse somewhere in the peninsula. But y'all, it was a much better version of the banana, and this smells like its blossom. Wow. But even beyond that banana blossom, where these fruits and woods are coming together, are creating something almost as soft as a floral silhouette in their balance. Whoa.
So I know you love your lactonic notes, and there is a coconut milk in there. Do you catch that?
No, I think a traditional lactonic for me is done with a different molecule. My nose only senses them in the periphery, if that makes sense. Think commodity milk, think caramelized condensed milk from Duet, those kind of things. Space Nog from PAA has that rich lactonic note that's meant to be in the background. This is different. That coconut milk is filling out almost as a wood on its own. Like the bark from the coconut or the husk or something is in there too. So zoomed out. And the banana blossom is giving you this powdered sugar sweetness on top, and it's diving down into something that creates sort of a tartness in the very middle, almost the beginning of a slightly sour note that lets you know these fruits are real. But so is the island that you're sitting on. This has all of those worlds inside of it. A fabulously dapper guy in a linen suit on the beach on one side, and little wisps of nostalgic fruit stripe gum from my childhood. But don't worry, those wisps only last 4 minutes.
What kind of fruits do you get in there? Like, I know you said it wasn't the first part of your whiff, but I'm curious what you're catching.
I think if I dive down into the blend, I am getting everything mentioned there, including and especially the banana, including and especially the strawberry. But what's cool is think of your favorite fruit punch. They all taste so different. This is almost like a special Sean concoction of a fruit punch that takes on its own character, so you don't have to go through and sense the individual fruits. And it's soft and beautiful without being too sweet, without being too tangy. Just that heart of a tartness in the center. Well, I don't know about you. You ready to build a ladder and look at some scent notes? All right, y'all, back to the sales page at pasteurpharmacy.com.
Pineapple, coconut milk.
Oh, and here we go. Here we go.
I forgot this one. It makes more sense now. Melon,
Beautiful.
lemon zest, orange juice, and strawberry. So that's the actual kind of fruitiness first half.
There is a little juice bar over on Solano Avenue where they just about charge $4 or $5 an ounce, but they juice it right in front of you. And when you're standing at that juice bar and you're sensing all of those beautiful fresh fruits swirling around you, that's the sense I'm getting from this.
Fresh is a good word. There's real and there's fresh fruits in here.
Like
and
this one was on the tree 20 minutes ago,
yes,
kind of a smell.
Exactly. Because I guess what I meant when I was talking earlier about you grab the prettiest one, like somehow those real fruits fruits are in this whip.
Absolutely.
So it's, yes, pineapple is in here, but don't think it's the pineapple that you're used to. Right. Somehow there's something in that that's like the juiced pineapple, the juiciest side. I think the melon here is the one that I forgot, but I kept getting like more colors in my brain, and somehow that's part of it.
And isn't that interesting? Because usually when we have a melon soap, And yes, how do you subdue it to this level so it plays a supporting role? I have no idea, but that's absolutely what's happening without letting it get too sweet.
Right.
And then, y'all, glad tidings of great joy. That beautiful fruit balances only about half, maybe less, of what's going on in here, because this is where the magic begins. We head into
vanilla bean, musk, cashmere, sandalwood, banana blossom, cedarwood, and coriander. So that's like the whole other half.
That's like a whole separate soap. Are you kidding me? But the way they go together is like a zipper. Just click, 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 click. There's stuff in both high notes that are clicking together. There's stuff in both areas of those mid notes that are clicking together. Wow.
Because it's funny. At first, I was going to completely say this is only a gourmand scent. And then, as I kept my whiff going longer, I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of both. I feel like we can officially say it's summer now that I've taken a whiff of it.
Absolutely. And wait till we smell the splash on this guy. So this is my beautiful copper or KUN bowl. I thought it appropriate for this soap today. And MacDuff's is also notorious for being one of the softest soaps in the business, although Foxy Matt still tub loads it. And I'm just going to take about an almond size here and smush it into the loving octopus arms of my KUN bowl. The idea is to approximate a tub load in a bowl. A little agua fresca.
I'm curious if the water's going to make it more fruity or how things are going to change.
I think I've got some answers for you now. What are you getting?
Oh, see, it goes back and forth. Every time I think, my nose is like, yep, fruity. And then, nope, it goes more creamy woody.
And this is my Brady Bunch inspired tiki brush from Craig at Opus Brush. It is CNC machined. The man is a master. And he absolutely forbade us to soak it. Send your comments to Craig at Opus Brush. We're going to go one way, we're going to go the other, start loading that soap onto the bristles with just a little bit of that ancillary water that's hanging out. I'm going to turn the brush, give the bristles a new orientation. And look at that, the MacDuff's is so soft that it's all basically loaded onto the bristles already. Now I'm going to go down, sop up the rest of that water, and here we go, y'all. This is what you've come to see. Now, if you are a newbie, Badger brushes are a little bit notorious for soaking up more of the lather than the synthetics. But sometimes they reward you thusly.
Are you getting more of a whiff already?
I'm getting different
whiffs.
They are even coming together in a different way here. This is beautiful. And if the lather is still a little bit pasty or a little bit cake battery, add a little bit more water to her. Okay, add a lot more water to her. Y'all, you know what my brain just showed me? You know the end of Pinocchio when he becomes real? It's almost like MacDuff's took that magic wand to a pack of that Kool-Aid tropical punch we grew up with and loved so much and turned it real. I can sense the individual fruits, and then I can sense the balance of that punch from a distance. And y'all, 2 or 3 minutes work will reward you thusly in your shave mirror. Look at this.
I'm actually really glad that they used all these colors on the label. I think that's what my brain is getting. It's not a red fruit punch. It's like a tropical fruit punch.
And look at Oliver here with his new hairdo. And y'all, this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Vincent Price on the Brady Bunch whiff. On 3, 1, 2. Oh, holy crap. Oh, okay. That's the fruit punch. This has more of the woods and spices going on.
I even got more of the banana blossom, too.
The coriander, the cedarwood in here. See, I'm going more to the masculine spices. She's going more to the feminine. This is beautiful.
I guess your nose can pick whichever one it likes more.
100%. Y'all, my friend is on the Kinky Boots cast recording from Broadway. If I listen for her voice, it's all I can hear. But if I don't, I have trouble picking her out. And that's why they call them scent notes. They exist in exactly the same way. That swirling movement that they have in music, they also have in beautiful scents like this. And as advertised, to celebrate 5 years of Pasteur Pharmacy, we're going to shave the dog.
A few moments later.
And y'all, we love watching Mark Zarati's midweek shaves and seeing how that lather coats and covers the face. So while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, I do want you to see what happens when Sarah's moneymaker takes a trip down to the Caribbean. Look at that. You can see every track of every bristle.
It does smell good, my friends. I gotta say, this is when I'm jealous I can't shave by my face because it's so close to your nose, you get some good whiffs. Nice and slick lather. I am glad I get to shave tonight.
This is the aromatherapy part of our hobby. Y'all, if you used to lather fast like I used to lather, double, triple the time. Keep the brush moving. Get it around to every angle of every bristle on your face.
I know we have Summer Cabin from MacDuff's,
Right.
but this is a whole different side of summer.
Oh, night and day. And on that note, I think we need to jump on the subway and take this a little bit deeper.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I know we keep mentioning fruit punch vibes, but there's something about this is like one of the finest resorts version of fruit punch. I just have to mention. And it's almost like those nicer woods and stuff are the fancy bar that we're at, or the banana blossom is the florals from the wildlife nearby. It's fun.
And you know, as long as we're deeper, I want to have a grown conversation about some of these spices that are hiding under the surface, because they're not pushing through the fruits. They're supporting them, but in a beautiful way. Do you get the cedar? Do you get the coriander?
You know, it's adding, like, sometimes when we say spice, my brain is actually thinking more of like a ginger or an herb, but in here, it's more like a peppery, not effervescence, but something that's like adding a little pop to this.
A smoothness to it. Oh, that's the sandalwood. Almost a booziness under the surface to this.
It's a lighter spice, but it's still evident when you take your whiff. I think that's what's turning up the quality a little bit more.
And I do have a splash that might hold a few more answers to the questions in our heads. Why don't we open this up? All right, would you like a little of the drink of the day? All right, here we go. I will do the same. Ooh, that skin foodie goodness.
Oh, she woke up.
Splashes. Of course she did. Oh, I just shaved, so I need this. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, okay. This has more the woodsy side. Hold on. Oh, this is a classy resort, y'all. I know we're supposed to be in Brooklyn's Little Caribbean, but this is quite an adventure.
I am sensing wooden beams and buttresses across the top of whatever loft we are in right now. This is stunning.
Yeah, it's not like it's making me think it's bamboo or something else. I know it's a lighter, fancier, spicier wood.
But I know why you said that. The clean quality to the wood absolutely almost speaks to something bamboo-ish or bright and beigey in the background.
Okay, the fruits are still there. But they have been blended even better somehow in the splash.
That's what I mean. Going back to my first whiff, I don't even know if the first thing out of your mouth would be like a fruit punch or a fruity sense, because the balance is so good. And where they're coming together is almost creating a sort of aftershave. Think polo red. Y'all, there is just something beautiful and charming about this balance.
I'm trying to think of better ways. If we don't even go into like the scent notes, I think I'm getting like fun, carefree, like just colorful, like that experience of what it must be like to walk down the streets in Little Caribbean and hear music and smell all the fresh fruits and just be like in that community of hanging out. I don't think you'd want to leave.
No.
This is the last one we're smelling out of the new ones, and I'm kind of glad this is our like summer send-off. It was the perfect lineup for us to get whiffs of these.
Y'all, I've got the fruit cart over there, the Piragua man over there, and the most beautiful buildings to hang out with. The best of New York City is in this, and all of those collabs for Pasteur's 5th anniversary. It's almost like they've got all the boroughs covered.
It's just like one of those parties that you stumble upon and you don't want to leave, like, because you're just having such a good time. Everywhere you turn, you have a new fun conversation, or you're dancing, or you're hearing music, or you're eating some more good food. Like, you just don't want the party to end.
And that's the thing about New York. It's kind of like playing an RPG. Whoever you run into is kind of going to be in your party for a while. Although, please listen to Carrie Fisher. Never go with a hippie to a secondary location.
I feel like even if people aren't 1,000% gourmandy, like if they think that they aren't, there's wonderful sides of this that may cure that. And vice versa. If you are a gourmand fan and you need something that's a little bit more mature or crowd pleasing in a way that's not going to be too gourmandy, this still may fit.
I bet Foxy would love this, although gourmands don't typically blow his skirt up.
There's just something adding that fine zest to it. And like you said, it's almost like the fruit is so real that you can taste the sour.
And at the same time, there's a fruit striped gum quality to this, y'all. That's what I mean by like the best of all worlds. It's almost like which angle you smell it from.
Yep. I just keep going back to my first whiff where it couldn't feel long enough. Like there was just more to discover within that whiff. And I think that's kind of what you're saying. No matter what day or time of day you put this on, you're going to have a good time.
And after half an hour, you know what the spine of this is for me? The beautiful, perfect, delicate, never smelled it before, but I'm never going to be without it again. Spine of this is that banana blossom. Something about that being only 25% banana and 75% banana flower is the charm that spreads out into all of the rest of these notes.
And
for
I
me.
think that's dancing next to the Kashmiri. Like, those are the two new things for us in this, and somehow that is the magic spot.
And MacDuff's fans, you'll be very happy to know that we just placed an order of 3 more. So stay tuned. We're finally doing Birch and Root. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just fly into New York City with 24 hours to spare to see Sondheim on Sondheim with your friend Darren, who does get a little emotional at live theater performances, because when you go backstage after and meet Vanessa Williams and she says, "Oh, Barbara, it's the crier from row 3, you're gonna get your own." So head over to PasteurShaving.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want.
Back from my shave with Little Caribbean, and boy, was this a fun shave. I feel like I'm ready for summer now. The lather came up immediately, that nice creamy kind of feel after, and adding the splash was a wonderful way to keep that whiff going for the rest of the night. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Messages, and it's that magic time when we are going to choose our lucky winner for a $20 e-gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Thank you to everyone who sent us an email entering this giveaway. Here are all of your names and your corresponding lucky numbers.
Stanley, Lee N, Jake, Bruce, Manny, Matthew, Eric, Andrew B, Garrett D, Ronnie S, Randy, Ronnie P, Andrew W, Brian, Garrett S, Lee H, Dean, and Malcolm.
All right, and here we go. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 18.
Here's a number between 1 and 18. It's 4.
4.
Bruce Snipes!
Bruce Snipes, congratulations, my friend. We will be reaching out to you today on how you will receive your e-gift card. And hey, thank you to everyone who sent in an email. And be ready to send one in for our next giveaway in the month of June for a Pasteur Pharmacy e-gift card. We have a lot of fruity drink soaps now. Is this your favorite?
It just might be. I feel like when I need to feel like summer is on the cusp of things, this is the one that I am going to run to.
And why I love it best, on some days, I just want a fruit punch on my face. But some days, I want it to be sitting in the background because I like having whiffs throughout the day that's almost like a reminder. Oh, wait. What is that beautiful scent on the breeze? Oh, it's a banana blossom.
There's something about the magic of the blend of this. If I want to smell for the fruitier fun side, it's here.
Right.
But if I also have to disguise myself and go to work, I like that the woods and the spices in here just help balance it out in a way that we have not smelled before. So whatever magic Leon and Sean brought together, it was a wonderful match.
Thank you, Sean and MacDuff, for doing the kind of work that you do. And Pasteur, thank you so much for believing in our little show, for believing in all of us crazy degenerates, and thank you for giving us a mecca at the crossroads of the universe to celebrate and discover new things about our hobby.
Congratulations on your 5 years. I can't wait to see where you are in another 5. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.